You are now listening to Search to Sold with Matthew M.G. Garcia.
Hey there, I'm Matthew M.G. Garcia, and welcome to Search to Sold. Whether you're gearing up to snag your dream home or maybe sell the one you've outgrown, I built this podcast for you. Let's get real about real estate here for a second, because buying and selling is stressful, and it's not what it used to be. There's more tech, there's more competition, there's more paperwork, there's more opinions, and on top of all of that, somehow there's still even more paperwork. Look, I get it. I get why clients are stressed. I get why they're overwhelmed. And this is even before they book a showing or try to meet with an agent. But that's exactly why I built this podcast. I wanted to give you a step-by-step game plan that actually makes sense. I'm going to skip the vague advice. I'm going to skip the realtor buzzwords. And instead, I'm going to walk you through the exact things you need to know and when you need to know them so you can make smart moves and stay grounded in the process. Now, here's the heavy question. If you're wondering if now's the right time to buy or sell, on a surface level, no agent should be able to answer that for you. If they try to answer that question, especially before even knowing anything about you, I would be very cautious to work with that agent. I'll tell you what a good agent's going to do. They're going to give you insight. They're going to teach you about the market. They're going to teach you about the inventory. They're going to teach you on why houses priced the way they do and what's selling and what's not working. They're going to give you insight onto how to strategize about going about either writing an offer or listing your house at a certain price point. They're going to connect you with the lender, and the lender's going to help you to put a game plan together as far as where your credit is and what shape you're in if you're a buying client. But if they try to tell you, yes, now is the right time and here's why and X, Y, and Z, but they have done no recon on who you are, what situation you're in, what your circumstances are, I would definitely be cautious about that. And let's dive a little bit deeper, okay? On an emotional level, no agent is going to be able to tell you if you're emotionally ready. But I'll tell you this. Emotions, I tell a lot of my clients this. Emotions are indicators. They help you to process through, but they're not decision makers. They should not be put in the driver's seat. And if you do, there's a high probability that you're not going to get to your destination. And I get it. Sometimes people wait because waiting feels safe. But it can cost you, okay? It can cost you in time. It can cost you in money and missed chances. And I'm not going to leave you there. Most sales guys will leave you on that cliffhanger because they're trying to provoke your impulsivity and rush you so you can rush to make decisions. I don't operate like that. I don't work out of impulsivity. I don't expect my clients to work out of impulsivity. Now, I don't believe in lollygagging and waiting around either. But let me tell you what I do believe in. I believe in being ready. And when you're ready, you can move quickly. Did you catch that? I'm going to rewind this for you because I need you to get this. Even if you don't work with me or anything, but you're listening to this podcast, I need you to grab this. You should not be working out of impulsivity and be rushed into something. You should be ready so that way when the time comes and if I'm your agent or whatever agent you're working with says, let's go, you're ready to go and you can move quickly. One box has impulsivity and rushing. The other box is being ready and moving quickly. You see the difference? And that's what I'm trying to be about here. I put this podcast together to help you so you can move from a strategic point, not move from being stressed and rushed. Before I was working with any real estate clients and helping to navigate these transactions, I worked behind the scenes in real estate. I was building out marketing materials and departments for a couple different firms. I was recruiting agents. I was helping agents launch their careers and help to grow them. I was helping brokerages tighten up their brand and their systems. And even before that, I was doing coaching and consulting, and I was helping people set out goals for themselves and help them to achieve them. And so much so, And this was all organic. It was just referrals. And so, but I was doing it so much so that I said, you know what? I feel like I'm having the same conversation over and over and over. I'm going to write this down. And I wrote it down, and then that developed into the actual workbook that I started using with clients. And that blend of structure and strategy and human insight, that's how I'm approaching real estate. And that's how I'm approaching my real estate clients. So although certain things may have changed, I've been doing a lot of this for many, many years, just in other facets and formats. And I've been on both sides of this industry. I've been on someone who's helped agents in growing their career, and now I'm working directly with clients and walking them through the reality of buying and selling. And I'll tell you this, whether I was working with an agent or working with any other client, there's no one size fits all here. Every move you make should fit your timeline, your priorities, your version of what success looks like. And if your agent is not helping to define what that success is and understand it, then what are you aiming for? I'm gonna leave that one right there. This is what you can expect, though. Okay, you're gonna get some strategy with me. You're not gonna get some snobbery. You're gonna get some smart plans. You're gonna get some straight talk, and I'll try to do it with a sense of humor. We'll see how that goes, but the best example I have is this podcast. Okay, look at this podcast. That took planning, it took strategy, systems, discipline to put this whole thing together. And I built this for clients that I haven't even met yet. Okay? That's how important you are to me. So look, real estate is going to be stressful enough without adding someone in the mix that makes you feel like you're failing a quiz every time they ask you a question. And your agent should not make you feel that way. So I want you to check out this podcast. I want you to get some clarity. I want you to get some confidence. And hopefully it helps to develop a path from where you are now to where you want to go. So let's jump in so we can hopefully learn how you can start turning some keys. And who knows, maybe we'll even turn some keys together.